So you beat Fedor Emelianenko when he was considered downright unbeatable. You were fighting as a light heavyweight. He was a legit, pretty heavyweight who's now considered the number one heavyweight of all time. Do you go into that fight with the same mindset, or were you surprised when you beat him? I have to know.
No, I went into this with the same mindset, but I can tell you that my wife and a bunch of my corner guys were a little more nervous for that fight than the usual fight. But in my mind, I was gonna do my thing and not let him do his thing, and it worked out like that. He came out swinging at me, trying to knock my head off. I think I kind of caught him off guard when I tried to touch gloves with him right at the beginning, and after we touched gloves, then he tried to knock my head off right away. And I remember hitting him with a pretty good left hook as he was coming at me, and it backed him up. And I think that's when he figured out that the little guy can hit hard too. So and then it was a pretty good back and forth fight after that.
So when that fight ended, you didn't go, "Oh my God, I won!" Like it was a big surprise. You're like, "Okay, great, another win." I mean,
no, I did. I was pretty happy about that. That was a huge one. It was, in my mind, I think that for my career, that might have been that was my biggest accomplishment as a fighter. Between him and when I beat Vanderlei Silva and got the second Pride belt.
Yeah, those are two beasts, man. Yeah, we talked about your record. It boggles my mind, the guys that you have fought and the record you compiled, man. It's amazing.
Two great fights with Bisping too, man. Those were wow. Those were some good fights.
Yeah, Bisping was definitely the fan favorite of my career for sure. They liked that I shut his mouth up, but it didn't shut up for more than a couple months.
And that was personal for you, wasn't it? I remember that 1 second after the fight was over, and very, very personal at Mark and Bean. I don't know if you know what I'm referring to, and Dan, I hope you don't mind me putting it this way, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Dan already put his lights out, and then he put them out again.
Well, yeah. I can tell you that it wasn't personal for me. I did that against Vanderlei when I knocked him out. It just, kind of felt better against Bisping. The only time that I really had some personal feeling and gave a little bit extra oomph is when I fought Lombard, only because he kind of said some things 2 or 3 days before the fight, and I didn't like it. So,
okay.
And it was kind of fresh, but no, I would have done that to just to make sure the fight was done. I knocked him out and followed up with one punch, and it was a good one. But I did that to Vanderlei. I think I hit him 1 or 2 or 3 times after I knocked him out, but just to make sure the fight's over. But
right.
No. I wasn't really. I didn't take anything Bisping did during our Ultimate Fighter filming personal. I just thought he was a douchebag, and that's kind of how I fought him. And I knew I wasn't worried about him. I knew I was going to beat him up, and just kind of stalk him down. And I knew I was a better fighter.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at the Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Hannibal TV.